long time no see. I know I've posted videos on my Disney trip, but I want to do a crochet related video now. Today we are going to talk about Knotty Ball yarn. It's by Kayla's Crafts, and I want to compare it to Posh because Posh has been like really favorite yarn of mine, I guess you would say. And if you guys don't know or you've been living under a rock, Joann's is closing, and Big Twist Posh is one of their yarn. Guys, I got my order in from Kayla's Crafts Knotty Ball. So excited. Don't mind my mess, I've been actually working. But I'm going to open it and show you guys my reaction. Let's see. Alright, hold on one second. Okay, it's not opening like I want it to. Okay. Oh my. Oh, it's softer than Posh, guys. Knotty Ball by Kayla's Crafts. Oh my gosh, it's so much softer. Oh, I love it. Wow. Okay, I found my new favorite. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys kind of the colors that they have. So right here, I'm just going through all of the colors. I think I show you guys which ones I don't have. So the strawberry one was unavailable, the lemon, key lime, kale, ice, and then peach and butterscotch. So I didn't get any of those ones, but I got all the other ones. And I'm also showing you right here that they give you this card. So these are all of the colors that they have on their website right now. It may change in the future, but this is what they have, and this is what I got. And I got this cute little duck. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. It's like miniature. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys my reaction to getting it in the mail and the first like feel of it, I guess. So now we're gonna go into the comparing of the colors, the texture, how they work up, and sizing, and then pricing. So let's move on to the next. This is the Big Twist Posh, and this is what it looks like. This is the black sesame ice cream. It's their black, but it looks like this. And we're going to compare it to Knotty Ball. So this is the Kayla's Crafts Knotty Ball, and this is their black. And this is what it looks like up close. So now let's compare it to Posh real quick. Alright, so this is Posh, and this is Knotty Ball. So it's very, very similar, but I would say just feeling both of them, Kayla's Crafts is, or the Knotty Ball is a lot more soft. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but they're both pretty soft. But this one has a little bit more of a soft texture. So now we've compared the texture and the black color. I want to kind of go over some of the colors because they are going to be different. So when you get your Knotty Ball, you get like a color card with it. And there are a few colors that are on here that aren't on here that they have that I have gotten as well. And then I printed off the Posh colors so we can kind of compare. So I don't have the Posh whipped cream here. I think it's downstairs, but it is very, very similar, like the same size, same color. So we're not really going to compare side to side, but they're both white. So that's white. This is Smoke. This is the gray color that Knotty Ball has. And I would say that it is the most similar to Truffle from Posh. I don't have it with me. I only have the Earl Grey, but that's the only color of gray that they have, the Knotty Ball. Okay. The next ones are all of their neutrals, and we've got this is Almond, and it's the same. It's comparative to Posh Vanilla Bean, so it's a little bit darker, but it's very similar, very, very similar. Okay. Then we've got Naked, and it's comparable to Croissant. A little bit lighter, but it's comparable. Then we have Cinnamon, and this one is Brown Butter. Brown Butter is a little bit brighter, and this is more muted, but it's still very similar. And then we've got Chocolate and Chocolate Fudge from Posh, and they are almost identical. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the colors, and I think I'm going to start with reds and then go up from the rainbow. So Knotty Ball's red is called Tomato. This is it. I love how bright and vibrant it is. So soft. Anyways, this is the closest red in Posh, and this one is their Red Velvet Cake. So it is a little bit darker. I like how vibrant this one is. They do have another red, Posh does, but Knotty Ball only has the one. So, we're gonna go on with orange. Okay, so this is the Posh Egg Yolk. I don't have the other color, but I think this is the closest to Pumpkin in Knotty Ball. And then this is Clementine. So obviously it's not the same, but I think that it's closer to Carrot Juice. It's the darker color, but this one is Clementine. It's a very vibrant color. I like it. Okay, then on to yellow. So this is the yellow I have. It's Banana. It's a very, very light yellow, and Posh does not have a color like this. So their lightest color is Lemon Meringue, which is this one, so it's definitely darker than Banana. Knotty Ball has another color of yellow, and it's called Lemon. And this is the color of it. It's more like the Lemon Glow from Posh, I believe. So just take that with a grain of salt, you know. Next we have Lime and Glow Warm from Posh. So Lime is definitely a little bit darker, not as vibrant as Glow Warm, but it's very similar in color. Okay, and then Posh doesn't have the colors of green like Knotty Ball does. So I'm going to show you the greens that they have, and I'm going to show you the Posh green, but we're not going to have similars. So this is P. It's a very muted like green color. It's a very good color. Love it. This is Grass. And then they also have a Kale color, but it's darker like this. Some people think that the Kale from Posh would be similar, but I think it's too bright. So it's that darker one right there in the middle. I don't think that this one matches. The other green that Posh has is this color, and I think this one would be closer to Kale, but it's more blue toned than, where is it at? Than the Kale. So that's the only thing that I have maybe an issue with Posh, because Knotty Ball actually has a good green spectrum. So moving on, this is the next color in the Knotty Ball rainbow. This is called Caribbean, and this is one of the colors that's not on the color card. I think it's a newer color, and I think it's the most similar to Baja Blue, which I do not have with me right now. But it's very, very similar. I think Baja Blue is a little bit brighter, but the Caribbean color is a very good color. And then we've got Mint from Knotty Ball, and I would say it's very comparable to Mint Chip from Posh. It's a little bit lighter than Mint Chip, but it's very comparable. Very comparable. Okay, the next one we have is Ocean, and now we're getting into the blues. And I would say it's the most comparable to Blue Raspberry, although Blue Raspberry is very much brighter or lighter than it. So I don't think there is a color that is dark like this one that Knotty Ball has. I mean, the Posh has. So, and then we have Sky, which I think is most comparable to Blueberry Smoothie. It's just a little bit darker. That seems to be a theme. And I like the more darker tones. I don't know, I like them. This one is Cornflower, and I think it is the most similar to Frozen Grape, but it is a little bit more blue, and Frozen Grape is a little bit more purple, if that makes sense. And then we have Blueberry, and this is a true blue, and Blueberry Jam in Posh. Sorry about my skein, it's all messed up, but I think they are very, very comparable, like almost to the T. So there's that. Then there is Ice that I do not have, and it's kind of in between Sky and Cornflower. And then there is a Key Lime that Knotty Ball has, and that one's the most similar to Lime Glow of Posh, I think. I can't tell if I don't have it in stock. I couldn't get it because it wasn't available when I went and got my order. Okay, now on to the purples and pinks. So this is Turnip. This color is called Turnip, and I think it is the most similar to, what color is this? Hold on. Where is Turnip? Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I think it's the most similar to, I think this is Smoothie Bowl. Yeah, that makes the most sense. So, this one's a little bit brighter and this one's darker, but I love this color more than I do this color. There's that. Then we have Lilac, and Lilac is very, very close to the, I believe this is Ube Milk Tea. So it's lighter, obviously, and this is darker. Comparable. Then Knotty Ball has a lavender that I don't have a comparable to for Posh. I mean, it could be comparable to Rose Hip maybe, but this is definitely more purple than Rose Hip. This is Rose Hip. So this is definitely more pink and this is more purple, but then we have Bubblegum, and Bubblegum is most comparable to Pink Pitaya, but Pink Pitaya is very, very much darker, and I wish that the Bubblegum was more closer to this color, but this is what we get. It is what it is. I think that Strawberry from Knotty Ball is very similar to Rose Hip. And then, so this is Sherbet Glow. I don't think there's anything comparable to this for Knotty Ball. And then Knotty Ball has a peach. And I think it's the most similar to Strawberry Shortcake, I think. I have all of the colors, like I said, printed off, and it's kind of hard to tell. I don't have those in, I don't know if you guys can see it. I have this color right here. I think that's the most similar to Peach, and I don't know, I think that's, no, okay, so this is Strawberry Glow. I think this is Sherbet Glow. And I think this one is similar to Peach. So, yeah. And then we've got Raspberry. And I love how vibrant this is. I think it's the most similar to, what is this? Raspberry Sorbet. But this one's definitely more vibrant. If you guys can tell the difference. Anyways, so that is all of the colors that I have. Let me see if there's any other colors I don't have. Okay, Knotty Ball has this butterscotch right here, and Posh does not have a color like that at all. And I think I went over all the other ones. So obviously there's some Posh colors that Knotty Ball doesn't have, like Oyster Mushroom. I love this color, but they don't have it. So that's kind of sad, but I think Knotty Ball is also getting things. I think they might be adding colors. So that's something that could be in the future. Obviously we don't have Joann's anymore, so this is all we have of Posh. But if you're looking for an alternative, the Knotty Ball from Kayla's Crafts 97 is worth it. It does compare with the main colors. There are a few colors that you don't have, so there's, you know, but we'll just have to see. I do want to show you guys a bit of me making, like, I want to compare how a plushie comes out and see if they're the same size. So just stay tuned in this video, and we'll probably go on to that right now. I'm in a new spot, so we're in my room. but I wanted to show you guys. So, okay, so here is the Posh, the Big Twist Posh, and I want to show you guys how this sheds. It doesn't shed very much, but like if you were to forcefully pick at it, it comes apart. See? And then I tried to do a slip knot, and it did cause this to happen when I pulled it out, which isn't as bad as like Sweet Snuggles Light or Chanel Home Slim. So it's not like detrimental, but then we've got the Knotty Ball, and oh, I'm pulling really hard and it takes a bit for it to come off. Like, so that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, also I wanted to say they had this just like sticking out like this, which is really nice, so you get a good center pull. I'm going to try and do a slip knot and show you guys what happens. So I got it real tight. Okay, and then guys, there's no breaking. There's none. That was so seamless. I'm gonna try and work on a magic ring for you guys. I don't normally do magic rings because I usually use Sweet Snuggles Light or Posh, and it just doesn't work for me. So if it works on this, I will try it out for you guys and I will let you know. Guys, I did it. It wasn't as hard as I thought, but look at this. Y'all, that was so smooth. I want to redo that. That is, oh my gosh. How did they do this? Like, how did they, there's no pulling. Knotty Ball is going to be my new favorite. Okay, so here is, I'm just doing 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more time. Oh, did I do it wrong this time? No, there it goes. It's so smooth, guys. That's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to make a little baby octo out of the red, which will be from Knotty Ball, and a little baby octo out of the purple, which is the Posh. Just so you guys can see the difference and know which one's which. I didn't want to do the same color because I think it's easier to have the contrast, see what kind is what. So red is Knotty Ball, purple is Big Twist Posh. So I'm going to make those and show you guys how they work up the sizing. Okay, I'm making the one out of Posh first. This is the pattern by the Whimsical Goblin. She's a good friend, and her pattern is called it's called Steffi the Mini Octo, and this is what it looks like. And she's awesome. Her little pattern is so cute, and you should go make it. It usually takes me about 10 minutes to make. Very, very quick. Very little materials, and it's a very popular item at my markets. So I lost count, so I'm going to redo it. I showed you guys earlier the magic circle, or magic ring, or whatever you want to call it, but I don't like doing that. I like to do the two chain method, so I'm going to stick with that, but you guys can do your magic ring, magic circle, whatever floats your boat. I am using a 5mm hook. I need a stitch marker. I'm trying to remember who this one is by. I actually think this one's from Tori. It might be Tori, it might be Crafts by Raya. I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, they're both cool. They both sell stitch markers, and you should go check them out. I also make stitch markers, just FYI, and I am having a sale next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. April. What is that? April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I think. No, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Whatever the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is. Sorry, guys. I was trying to concentrate and talk at the same time, and that's probably not a good idea. Okay. So, I have a question for y'all. Are you team stitch marker or team no stitch marker? Do you like to have order and calmness, or do you like to cause chaos? Are you a chaos goblin? I am a calm, orderly person who uses a stitch marker, because if I don't, then I get frustrated at my projects and I end up just throwing them away or frogging them. So let me know down in the comments, which one are you? I know a few people that are the chaos goblins that they are, and I don't know how they do it. Alright, I'm going to speed this up and I'll let you guys see it when it's done. this is what it came out to be. I love this little one because it's just so tiny and it's so fast. So this is the Posh. Now I'm going to make the Knotty Ball. So here we go. Same hook, same 2 chain method, and then I'm going to start from there and we will see. Going to use the same eyes, and these ones are the 12mm. It says 12mm eyes right there. I use the same ones. Okay, so while I am sewing this up, I'm going to tell you my initial thoughts of using the yarn, and then we will compare. So overall, I think this yarn glides better. I didn't have any squeaking on my hook at all, and I typically don't have any on Posh either, but I have a few times. So, I mean, I guess time will tell on this one too. But I didn't get any this time. And then it just kind of like slid through, the hook slid through the yarn. I didn't have any point where the yarn fell off my hook, and I have had that happen a few times on Posh. That's another one that maybe time will tell. One thing that I did see that I got annoyed with with the Knotty Ball and not necessarily Posh as much. It does happen some on Posh, but I'll show you guys in just a second what I mean. Okay, that's something to note. I was pulling my yarn through and it slid off of the needle, and that could just be me, but I couldn't get it back through, so I'm gonna redo it. Okay, let me cut this off and then I'll show you. Okay, so while I was crocheting, if you look right there, that is a manufacturing knot. That means that they put together pieces of yarn that were not continuous. I only have that every once in a while with Posh. The only issue I have is that, do you see this number right here? It says 100 grams, and on Posh, it's 200 grams. Knotty Ball is half the size of skein of Posh, and price matches, but I should not have a factory knot that close to the end, because I only used enough to make this. So that's one thing that really bothered me, but that's okay. I can hide it. It's not difficult to hide. So now I'm going to show you sizing. It's very similar. I will say Posh is a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. It's the same size around, but I think this way it is a little bit taller. If you look real close, it's a little bit taller, but they're very similar in size. It's not like one is super large and the other one is super small. They're very similar in size. They look fine with the eyes. So they're very, very comparable. I will say, texture-wise, this is still softer, especially in plushie form. I really like the texture of this, of Knotty Ball. But yeah, that manufacturer's knot was kind of the only thing that really bothered me. Okay, one more thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and then I think that'll do it for this video. So, pricing. Knotty Ball runs about $4.99, I want to say, a skein, and it's 100 grams. Knotty Ball. Let's go make sure. Knotty Ball yarn. Yes, it says $4.99 a skein. I'll show you guys. Right there, it says $4.99. And it's 100 grams. So at Joann's you could get Big Twist Posh for, I believe it was $9.99, but normally it would be on sale or you could use a coupon. So I will say that Posh was cheaper because you could get sales. But if you're looking at the full price, Knotty Ball is literally half of the price of Posh for half of the skein. So it compares. It's not like drastically more expensive. It is a small business, And so like you're still supporting a small business. That's great, right? But you are getting half of what you got from Posh. So keep in mind that when you do order, you might want to get 2 skeins for every one that you would normally get at Joann's. My overall thoughts is that Knotty Ball is a very, very good option for if you're looking for something to replace Big Twist Posh, because we have to say bye-bye to Miss Joann. I'm very sad. Like, I had this weird attachment to a craft store, and it just, I don't know, it feels weird saying that. I loved Joann. I still do. I have to break it off. I have to say goodbye. I got as much yarn as I could, and now they pretty much don't have anything left yarn wise, and I'm okay with that. I found a good replacement in Knotty Ball. I'm happy with it. I'm also happy that I could support a small business. Like, that's really nice. But overall, they are very comparable. The only thing that I could see wrong is that pricing could change. It could go up a little bit with pricing these days, because it is a small business. They may have to accommodate for that, as where Big Twist Posh was from a larger company, and they could kind of keep the price and maybe like deal with the fluctuation in pricing. So that's the only thing I could find if that happens. The other thing I didn't really like is there are a few colors missing, but there is room for growth for Knotty Ball and Kayla's Crafts. I'm very pleased for having an option that is very comparable to Big Twist Posh. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming to my channel. I love that you guys are here. If you're still here, pop into my comment section down there and put a ball of yarn emoji, and then I'll know you guys watched the whole video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, big thumbs up. If you want to see more content, go ahead and subscribe to me if you aren't already. Hit the bell notification so you know when I'm live again or whenever I have a video. And let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see in future videos. Let me know if you guys try out Knotty Ball, and tag me in any of your Knotty Ball yarn creations. Let's say it that way. Tag me at crafty_Kolbs_crochet at Instagram, or on Instagram. Love you guys. Bye.